Tonight, we've seen poets take moments of sickness and pain and turn them into medicine. I've heard that this is because a beautiful representation of something ugly can redeem its fallen qualities. I humbly disagree. I believe that nothing can redeem ugliness because ugliness, like beauty, justice, goodness, and truth, simply doesn't exist. This means that every time I spit a line right here, I've committed the same crime as the holiest of prophets. Do you see it yet? How words ain't shit compared to... Every moment that is stolen by a word is actually filled by a myth. This life is a blank canvas, and no matter how confident you are in the ground upon which you walk, your words are an inversion of the honesty of... We might as well be standing on our heads. That way, heaven would be beneath our feet as an abyss, and our lives would have at least one true metaphor. These days, it is reasonable to expect a free fall into eternity where no association lines form a net from which to cling. You see, when the prophet announced that God had died, that meant more than the loss of a safety net. More than the loss of a matrix of gods, redeemers, destroyers, spirits that bind our feet to soil and our hearts to holy days and our flowers to seasons. But do you see it yet? How we've lost more. And just because there are no collective dreams to fully explain a world that contains the anus, the face, the capuchin, the clavicle, neutron bombs, palm oil, canvas, pushpins, curry, rain, and plate tectonics doesn't mean that we don't still long for these dreams. I remember Austin, Texas. A window. It is August and I'm alone in this town, which means that it's easy for midnight to become 6 a.m. I stare out of my hotel room across the river. It's never bright enough in my room. It's never night enough in the city for me to look out and see my own face superimposed over downtown. Do you see it yet? An artist can never quite capture the whole of anything in the artwork. It is less perfect than the moment in which inspiration inseminates our eyes. Do you see it yet? How we sacrifice infinity and silence for the levity of the dream of redemption. For few laughs, for stance of pride, for flower. For these poems are nothing more. Monumental for their uselessness. We hunger for a poem, for a metaphor. Do you see it? We hunger for a song, a statue, of a passionate testimony dedicated to, a painting that contains a dance that tells the story of an ocean so deep that no two islands in it share a common floor. So what we should learn tonight is not just that sickness can also be medicine. What I want us to remember is that the only thing that separates you and me is